Now, after the announcement of the Namibian president's death, we checked the social media pages of Russians living in the African country. There was no mention of mourning. Life goes on. Restaurants, shopping, and others. The head of state has died, and thus that, according to videos from Namibia, none of the locals seem devastated either. Traveler Mark Schwidner, who is currently in the Namibian capital of Windhoek, described the situation, saying this, and I quote, "The atmosphere in Namibia is always calm, no matter what happens. It is an advanced African country like South Africa. The borders are not closed unlike other African states. No coups are planned after the president's death. The acting president has already been appointed. The funeral will take place on Tuesday." And according to the interviewee, there is no visible mourning on the streets. He said this, and I quote, "To the whites, browns, Dutch, Germans living here, the president was indifferent. There is no regret. Locals are slightly saddened, thinking he was a good president and that life in Namibia was improving in recent years. We also noticed a slight increase in police activity on the streets in terms of more documents checks on the roads, but everything is quite peaceful. The president's death was not entirely expected. It was revealed a month ago that he was ill and now he has passed away." End of quote. Are the flags at half-mast, or perhaps there are some banners on the streets regarding to the demise of the head of state? This is not North Korea for people to be in terror after the president's departure. We haven't seen many large flags, but they have likely been lowered. The main street is closed due to the upcoming funeral. Does Namibia have a cemetery where high-ranking officials are buried? What kind of cemetery will there be? Namibia has a population of 2.5 million. It's strange to have a cemetery for 3 presidents and 20 ministers. Usually, people are buried on family plots in their hometown. The late president was from a certain city. Most likely, that's where the body will be taken. Don't overestimate Namibia, including in terms of the budget for the funerals and all that. Is there television coverage about the funeral preparations? Will there be a live broadcast on the farewell? We don't watch TV. We don't know if it's being shown. I am not sure anyone here watches television at all. Information about the funeral is more on the level of rumors. The person currently acting as president, is he temporarily in the position, or could he stay longer? The president, who has been appointed now, can't say. He will always be here. Likely, he will nominate himself later, but presidential elections will definitely take place. According to locals, elections in Namibia are relatively clean by African standards. Roughly speaking, people are not intimidated or shot if they vote for the wrong candidate. Though voters' bravery occurs, Namibia is known among African countries for its democracy and separation of powers. The Supreme Court easily imprisons prime ministers, judges, and other high-ranking people who are part of the system. There is a strong legal system here despite the country being poor compared to other non-African countries. Democratic institutions are developed, but again, relative to Africa. End of quote. This is Cuba News.